Here we are. Star Trek. I put on the dress uniform today
Nice. Very nice.
because I just feel very funereal about Star Trek.
Mm.
I figure
Funereal.
I'll give it a classy send off because this fucking show, man.
What?
Oh,
What the fuck?
where do we start?
What the
So
fuck?
last time we spoke to you, you had just seen the Event Horizon one, right?
Yes. Yeah.
So we haven't talked about the Hangover one, or have we?
Correct. There's
All
two.
right.
There's two more
All
episodes
right, that one
to talk
and the
about.
black and white one. Okay, good. Do you
Yeah.
want to? Do you just want to start, or do you want to pour one out for dead
Here's
Star Trek, or what?
here's the thing, right? Here's the thing. I understand, and I don't dislike the strategy of like, hey, we're doing a new adventure every week, and like we're doing different, like
Yes,
as a TV show, we're gonna play around
please.
and like do this and do that and do this. Like, I don't hate that strategy. The problem is all of these episodes are fucking awful. Right? And I don't know, is
Right.
it the directing? Is it the it's I don't think it's the acting. I think the acting is fine. I mean, the actors are doing their jobs, but like, is it the writing? Is it the directing? Is it the editing? I don't These fucking episodes are just, dude, the black and white one, I barely finished. Like, I had to like I literally was on my phone at one point and like had to stop myself and be like, oh, I'm doing it. I'm doing the thing. I'm doing the thing where nobody watches the episode. Like,
Walker turned to me about halfway through, and he's on his phone, and he goes, you don't care I'm not watching this, do you?" And I'm like, "Bro, I'm on my phone. This
yeah,
is this is horrible. It's not.
yeah.
It's just not good." So
And again, I don't dislike the idea of like, hey, we're doing a different episode, every different genre every episode. I don't dislike that. And I mean, half of the TOS episodes are just horror stories anyway. It's like, oh, some guy got turned into salt and we got to fucking figure it out.
but that's the
Um,
thing. Like everything weird that happens is considered seriously in other Star Treks, right?
well, yes,
And
that's
so
that's a
that's
good point.
I just can't take the let's go through genre. That's cool, but pick some appropriate genres, right? You can have the musical episode because I get that's a thing amongst the theater kids, right?
Right.
But after that, I don't know if you saw my Facebook. I told this to Mimi and she started laughing. I'm like, oh, I talk in Facebook posts. I'm like, this black and white one makes about as much sense as having Crockett and Tubbs like go to a LARPer event or have Hawkeye and Trapper John like on What's My Line,
Yeah.
right? It's just you
It's
can't take characters and situations and put them in another situation and have it work without a lot of massaging. And
mm,
they did nothing. Hey, we're on this other planet, like light years away from Earth, and there's a being that can pass a facial recognition test from the Klingons that looks exactly like Rebecca Romijn. You're fucking out of your fucking mind. Anyway,
well, and I know exactly what people are gonna be like. Oh, well, in TOS they found Earth-like planets all the time. I'm like, yeah, that's fine. That's not the problem.
that was the one thing they asked you to buy. And then there was a Star
Right.
Trek episode, right?
Yeah.
We're going to be Star Trek, but now this is 20th century Roman gladiators on
Right. It's Star
TV.
Trek in the Wild
That's
West.
kind of
Got it.
not, yeah, that's not a big thing to ask really in Star
No.
Trek, right? But they're
No.
like,
No.
and just every choice they make is the dumbest fucking dumb as rocks bag of doorknobs choice that
And
you
the
can be.
resolutions are always so bad. It's like,
Yeah.
well, I guess there's ghosts. And it's like, well, I guess we're all friends now, or whatever the fuck. I don't even honestly, I can't tell you what the plot of the black and white episode was. I was so checked out of it.
Yeah.
I can't
I'm
I
not
can't
sure
tell
I
you.
could follow the plot, but I can tell you all the references because it was just going from like, hey, look, I know that's the volume, but that looks exactly like the matte painting in Metropolis. And oh, here, this establishing shot with the Zeppelins is just fucking Gotham City, Anton First's Gotham City from Batman 1989 with ridges on top of the Zeppelins for some reason. So you know that they're Klingon blimps. What the actual fuck? Like literally everything. Oh, here's a scene from Casablanca. Like straight up.
Yeah.
And so it's like,
Yeah.
hey, these guys, it's like a bunch of college kids in an improv thing lost a bet. And they're like, hey, do a film noir, except you don't know anything about film noir. You just know the conventions from seeing film noir movies. And it's like, hey, look, they need a confrontation, so it has to be in a big, long corridor. Except that corridor is just CG. Like, nobody built a corridor. Nobody lit a corridor, which is a function of film noirs. It looks like it's fucking lived in space, right?
Yeah.
And this, that just looked like they didn't even light and shoot it for black and white. Like, when you see Spock and Lon together, they have the same color shirt on. Like, what the actual fuck, right?
I didn't even notice.
Oh no, dude! We were going nuts about stuff like that.
I love it.
Because all Walker wanted was, he's like, okay, this dumb radiation thing that impacts everybody's optic nerve, so you don't see color. I can
Which they took from Dune, by the way.
Right. I'm like, I could buy that if for a second.
Yeah.
Because of Dune, but
well, like, again, it's like you said. It's like, okay, that's the thing where the audience is being asked. Audience is being asked, hey, black and white.
You got to ease people into it, right? Because the episode starts in black and white, and the first fucking thing I see is Enterprise in space, and then the cells aren't red. And I'm like, that looks wrong. So it's radiation, and the sun comes out. So as you get closer, like, make it color, and then it kind of fades into gray while you explain what's happening. Right. And the audience goes, okay, I get it. They tried. They're like, hey, let's shut the blast shields, and that might help a little. And I was like, okay, cool. We're going to get a little color. So they're showing us what the deal is, because that's TV, right? No, it's just still black and white. And I'm like, all right, like, what's the point of this other than you're trying to come up with why this episode's in black and white? That's okay, but like, it's not addressed at all.
No.
Right? Like, have some ticking clock. Like, we can only be here for 3 days because our optic nerves will rot. Or, fucking something that gives some kind of urgency. It's like, no, hey, they lucked out. This girl looks exactly like Rebecca Romijn. And the first fucking character they show you goes, hey, what happened to you? Is revealed that he killed her. So, like, none of that makes a fucking lick of sense. No. Because he'd be like, holy fuck, I just killed you. I got to kill you again the second he sees her. Like, none of that made any sense.
And, like, what was the whole Uhura subplot? I don't even remember. All I remember is she was freaking out about something, and I was like, I don't care.
So they count the Commander Core, which let's go into that if you want.
No, thank you.
Catches her because she doesn't have proper ID, right? So the subplot there is one of your guys is in trouble, and they have to reveal how they get around later. So it's like her whole subplot is get in danger because we have this plot point that we need like legit IDs later. So you can do that, and all of this convinces him that we get around on your ID. And it's like, it's just dumb. There's so much dumb shit. Like, Dr. Mbenga, like, man, in the old show, I used to love that guy. And this show made me hate that character.
This is going to sound bad. And I know it is. I know it's going to sound bad.
Well, at least it's first thing in the morning.
But I don't mean it in a bad way. I mean it from a TV watching way, right?
Okay.
His voice. Stop having him mumble his lines. For the love of God. Yeah. Please. And then I said, blah, blah, blah. Doesn't work. He's got a heavy accent. He has to enunciate. The audience has to be able to hear the words he's saying. Yeah. I can't understand the words he's saying. And it's not his accent that's the problem. It's the lowness of the voice that's the problem.
I agree 100%.
And I'm like, what? I'm like, and like he's going on these like monologues of like 5 minutes about ethics and blah blah blah, and I'm like, dude, I can't. I'm out. I'm done. I got what the fuck?
I used to think it was me and my old granite cut ears, but we were watching.
No, it's not.
We were out watching episode 3 of Reacher last night, and there's a main character who has the same problem. You know, it's like English wasn't her first language. So,
Mm-hmm.
but when you're telling giant monologues of dropping plot exposition, it's really frustrating. Like I just turn the captions on because no one's going to fix the audio mix. Like this is a thing everyone does. It's like because they're trying to make you pay attention. Like, oh, what is this? I can't leaning towards the TV. Fuck you in the fucking neck.
Fuck that.
Anyway, I'm with you. This is a common problem across TV though. Everybody's like, everyone sounds like Boomhauer and King of the Hill.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, oh, hey, we got to do this thing. We're going to Klingon guys, some IDs. You know, oh, fucking whatever. Anyway,
and like this is another episode where just the pacing is so fucking bad
because they're not writing TV, they're writing a pastiche.
Like what are they doing?
They're jumping from Metropolis to DOA to fucking Kiss Me Deadly to fucking Gotham City because they don't know why people like film noir or what film noir was doing when they made those kind of cool choices.
Yeah, but it's black and white.
Right. So, hey, that's all we need. It's black and white.
That's what noir means.
Stark shadows. And just fucking we can't spend a lot of money. Like all the red shirts should be dark gray. I mean, has no one seen behind the scene pictures of George Reeves Superman from the 50s? He's not dressed in a blue and red and yellow costume because that reads fucking weird in black and white. He has a dark gray and dark brown costume, and when you see it, it's like, hey, that looks like Superman in black and white.
These fucking people.
I was telling Walker,
change my thing.
There was a really cool, like, practical effect of a pretty woman turning into an evil crone in the 40s, and all they did was they did makeup that was for a color scene.
Yeah.
And then but shot it in black and white and changed the light. So her face looked like when you're looking at her, it looks like she's got crazy shit on her face. But in camera, it looks just like a beautiful woman, right? And you pull the light up and then you can see the crazy shit and it looks like a dissolve, even though it's just happening with a light. And I'm like, those are guys that know how to light for black and white film noir. Like, and this was just like, turn it off and have Photoshop wipe the color. It's just a click. Yeah, all right, but you just made a Star Trek episode that looks like shit.
It just, oh my god, dude, so much.
Justin's here because we keep forgetting that the whole thing is just a love letter to Piece of the Action. But what made me so crazy about that is like that's the one thing they wanted you to buy. Okay, Kirk and Spock and McCoy are I've got the heaters, and Krako hits Teppo, and Teppo hits me. It's not just that I've seen that episode 20 times. It's that it's good. When the little kid comes out and goes, "Hey, I just want a piece of the action," that it's reverberates in the audience. Like kids love it, parents love it, everybody loves it. What did you love in this episode?
Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
I just don't believe that guy with no Klingon chin whiskers is, Curzon, my old friend. Oh, I go by Jadzia now.
First of all, all right.
You're not beating John Kalikos. There's no way.
You're not. Yeah. Like, just give him a different name.
Yeah.
I don't understand. They do this all the fucking time. They do this all the time. Starting with Discovery, they do this all the fucking time. It's like, just give him a different name. Just give him a different name.
I think
just call him Commander. Fuck off. I don't know. Like
Claw.
And it's like, right, Claw.
Something. Yeah.
Something.
I mean, something dumb. That's
He's
cool.
a different character. You're not gonna get in this fucking problem where nerds like us are complaining about it. Like he looks a lot more like fucking Thulsa Doom than he does fucking.
He looked like Tuvix to me.
He did look like
I'm just like, when are they gonna kill this guy?
Yeah,
he doesn't deserve to be walking around. I am with Justin though, the glassware in the bar. That's the level of shit I was looking at while this episode was going on. It's like, is there some cool prop going here? Because I can't look at the costumes because it's like, it's in black and white. So what are we seeing? Everything's sparkly. That's great. Oh, the new Klingons are just the old Klingons from Discovery with some extra armor shoulders. Like, ugh, and we needed an armband, so let's make the armband sparkly. It's a Nazi armband, but it's got a Klingon thing on it, and it's sparkly. See, because it's the future. Like, everything about it just screams amateur. That's my problem with it.
Oh, and Mbenga called him Kales instead of Kales. That pissed me the fuck off. I went on a whole fucking thing about that.
I was alone.
I was alone in the living room. I was alone in the living room being like, it's fucking Kales. Kales. I don't even like Klingons. I fucking hate Klingons.
You know, but even that is easy because they spell it Kahles.
Yeah.
Yes, right? So
he just read the script.
They just read it.
Yeah. And he's like, oh, there's an H. Clearly it's Kales. Like, no, it's fucking Kales.
But that's the modern guys, man. They're doing that for their 25% difference thing, because how do you explain no one knowing how to say fucking Spock's father's name? Like, it's like saying Amanda. Or what were they saying? Sarek.
They were saying Sarek. Yeah. With like a Midwestern kind of like Sarek. Like, no, it's Sarek. It's fucking Sarek, man.
Yeah.
Anyway, I've been watching Lower Decks to kind of,
Chris is here. Hey, man, look at that. So we have proof. Perfect attendance.
Yeah.
Would it help if they got James Callis to play this score? You mean the guy from Battlestar Galactica, just because it sounds like John Colicos? Because otherwise I have no idea why you would cast that guy. But because I'm with John. Why isn't he Commander Cockblocker or whatever?
Who gives a shit what his name is?
K''OCK.
They did the exact same fucking thing in Discovery. They're like, oh, this guy's from the House of Kor. It's like, no one gives a fuck. No one gives a fuck. The only people who do give a fuck about that sort of reference are people like me, and I fucking hate it. So don't do that.
Chris out nerded me first thing in the morning. Of course. I have to give you that one. That's a great reference. I didn't get that right away. That the guy from
Baltar. Okay, I got you.
Yeah,
Chris,
see,
this is why we need Chris Sagasag here every episode.
That's why we
This is why we need him.
That's why we need him. That's why he gets the trophy.
Always.
Anyway. Yeah, I'm really dreading the Muppet episode, because I was telling Walker, even now I'm Charlie Brown and Lucy with a football with these guys.
Yeah.
Like I'm like, you know what? Maybe the Muppet thing is so stupid it goes all the way around to like awesome. And like Q turns everybody into puppets for a second. Like if it's anywhere near average, I'll be like, that episode will be great. Because all the other ones have sucked so bad. I still can't get over the dinosaur one, because for the double-edged reason that it's written by our friend of the show, Alan McElroy. You remember?
Oh yeah,
so it's great, but also I know like Spock not having to see the hammer fall on the positive gravity planet to know that it has in fact fallen. I know that Alan knows, because this is a DC thing, man, and he was a comics guy, Spawn and stuff like that, that the dumbest average 1950s fucking sci-fi thing they would tell you is don't do you killed the dinosaurs and don't do Adam and Eve. And what do? They lead off their thing with like, hey, we killed the dinosaurs. And you know how that happened? Because we went back in time and left a emergency beacon for ourselves to find, so we can do all this. Just meant to be, I guess. Ghosts are real. Sorry, dinosaurs. Like, what are these people doing?
And that's the best episode.
And that's the best one.
4 episodes. That's the best one. That's an actual Look, it's a shitty Star Trek episode, but it's a Star Trek episode.
Right. I'm with you. I don't even think it's really that shitty. I just think I've seen it 1,000 times before in every kind of pop culture media ever.
Yeah.
So like, who really did kill the dinosaurs? Because I know it wasn't the Enterprise. This isn't Star Trek prime timeline. So.
Oh my god, dude. Well, no one killed the fucking dinosaurs. They went off to become the Voth in the fucking Delta Quadrant. All right. Janeway finds them.
Right. Somebody was.
And the rest of them just became birds. So what the fuck? Birds and alligators.
Yeah. Wouldn't that be
Anyway,
cool?
all right. So I guess we should talk about the other episode.
Which one? The Hangover one? Because we talked about the black and white one.
Yeah,
What
the
other
other
one?
one. The
I just,
party episode.
yeah, I
The
don't.
shitty episode that is just shitty.
How bad things are for Star Trek, not for us. Look, we got our cool shirts on, we got our cool caps. You know, I was telling Mimi last night. She goes, "Okay, what shirt are you gonna wear?" Because I did this funny thing.
That's funny.
This funny thing, and I was running out of room where my Star Trek stuff is, so I took some that I don't usually wear and put it in my old like travel garment bag that no one uses anymore, and put it in like this other closet. And so months go by, and then I'm like looking for a particular Star Trek shirt, and I can't find it. And I completely forget that I've done this, and I'm like, this doesn't make any sense. And this one's missing, this one's missing. All of these go together, but this one's gone. I'm like, what the fuck? And it seriously took me like 3 hours to find it. Anyway, so it's a thing. So she said, we're going to bed. She goes, what Star Trek shirt are you wearing? And I'm like, I really want to wear my, because I have a Commodore thing that I put the Kitty Hawk thing that I made you on.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I put it on with Commodore stripes because I can't be the captain. You're the captain, man. All the respect. So I'm like Decker, man. I'm a fleet admiral or a Commodore or something. And I just happen to be this particular shirt was assigned to the Kitty Hawk. And so I tell her this whole thing, and just I guess the reverence and respect for one captain for another ship's captain's ship. She's like, you can't wear that. I mean, you can wear it around, take a picture, I guess. That patch is cool, but that is 100% stolen valor. And I went,
oh man,
yeah, right. I mean, I came up with a story reason and everything, but like, I get what you're saying. You're absolutely right. Like a picture will be okay, and then you can explain it.
No, man, you can wear what you want. You know,
no, man. I would never wear Columbia because of Shaneman. I would never wear Excalibur because of Chris. We
gotta get Shaneman on, man. He's a good time.
Yeah, him and Brad disappeared into the real world.
No, it's awful.
So and they don't have the excuse, the Nancy Sen excuse that like, oh, I'm sorry, I'm a professional comedian now. Like,
dude, how great is that?
That's awesome.
She just like disappeared one day, and then she's like, "Oh, by the way, I'm a professional comedian now." We're what?
We all manifested that. We manifested that for her.
Like,
dude, no one in the history of anything goes up and goes, "Hey, that looks fun. I'm going to do that." And 18 months later is opening for Paul Reiser.
Yeah,
that's insane.
She's awesome.
That just
she's so funny.
I just noticed your thing. These fucking people, man. That's awesome.
These fucking people. All right. So
anyway, we should. I was thinking when we played the beginning, it's a little out of date. Walker looks like 12, and I was like, yeah, man. Like Shaneman has all the suits, and he has that crazy game setup that he always fires up Elcar's things when he takes a picture. I'm like, we should write him a little something and have like a Star Trek adventure beginning. You know, like it would be easy to cut together. And just have like Shaneman be the admiral who's like giving us, you know, I don't know if you want to do that or not. Or
man, why not? I want to have fun, you know.
Put some Star Trek on and just you know, I know sometimes you're like, I don't want to like be full.
No, he can just start off with the start date, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
You know.
I want to see you doing the Alan Richmond thing and just like looking over the shoulder with your Star Trek stuff on. Because you have that size, man. Like, you know, so somebody says something Star Trek-y and you're like, cut to the Kitty Hawk. You know, I mean, come on. I said it to Walker, but unfortunately for us, he's going back to school in 6 days. So
boo. I mean, not boo, but you know.
Right. He come on. How serious are you? Going back to college to learn something and get a job and shit?
Become a famous director.
Right. I mean, it's heading that way. I guess maybe if we wait a little while, we can get.
He can just do it.
We can
probably have to pay him. You know, it's like I don't do things for free now.
He has a couple of college buddies that live in the San Jose area, which is about an hour and a half south of here. So that was pretty cool. Like over the over the summer, having Walker home, of course. But then we see his 2 or 3 of his high school buddies, and then Elias and Dylan show up from college, and I was like, "Hey, it's cool to like have you to meet you guys." I mean, I saw him down at school, but just to see them like interact with each other, and I was like, "Ah, man, the world's on fire, but it'll be fine."
I mean, you know.
Yeah.
The
kids are all right.
What are you gonna do?
Where my stuff?
All right, hold on.
So
you should probably be able to read USS Kitty Hawk, right?
Yeah, I can read it.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
I don't like the
blur
this side. I don't like that. So I have to go like this. Anyway. Anyway, all right.
I think it's funny. I just looked at the clock and like, man, we're not even at a half an hour. And it's because there's nothing to talk about.
Well, we haven't talked about the 3rd episode yet.
I mean, if you want, but what do you talk about? It's just horrible.
It's so bad.
It's not a Star Trek episode, right?
It's like so bad. Well, they're trying to do like what the fuck is the episode called?
Naked Time?
Paradise Syndrome?
Paradise Syndrome. Oh, the spores.
Yeah.
That's
yeah. And it's like they're actually on like an amusement park planet.
Oh, that was Shore Leave.
Shore Leave, yes. Sorry, yeah. Shore Leave, yes. They're trying to do that one.
Except nobody's drunk. Like Shore Leave is an adventure. This is like, hey, no one has any responsibility or agency for anything that happens this episode.
Hey, everyone's intoxicated. Isn't that fun?
They just the words that they choose, right? Like Lorca was grooming Michael Burnham. Like, stop. Like everyone's intoxicated. Guess what? That means something to half the world. You know? It's like, come on, guys. Anyway.
Okay.
And then it was in service of stupidity.
I mean, we can talk about like the Ortega's Scotty relationship and like how they're clearly about to hook up.
Just can I interrupt for a second?
Yeah.
I just learned something that the first 4 episodes are being shown out of production order. So the Scotty Ortega's relationship looks fucking bananas. Like they're yelling at each other. Then they've already hooked up. But we don't know that yet because now we're back at the thing where they're mad because I guess what it was the Griffin episode, the 2nd episode, was actually 4th produced. And so they had they were building the Ortega Scotty thing, and then they went, oh shit, no one's gonna really get what's going on. Let's do the dinosaurs and Event Horizon as a 1-2 punch. And it kind of messes with the flow a little. So
interesting.
Yeah. I read that somewhere in a Trek movie or something.
Okay.
And I was like, man, you know, that's like, why do people do that? Every time they mess with an order that's
a bad idea.
Like, because that's Firefly, right? Like, that's what killed Firefly. And killed it. But like, people didn't understand what was happening for the first 3 or 4 episodes because they showed the 4th one first or something. I don't know. I'm not a Firefly scholar. Morena Baccarin is quite pretty in that show. That's about
she is quite attractive.
That's all I can say about that.
Quite an attractive woman.
And I really enjoy Mal gets married to Christina Hendricks from Mad Men. That's a good one.
Yeah. I don't like the God, I'm gonna sound like Suntress when I say this. I don't like the emasculization of Pike. And they're not even like emasculating him so much. What's going on with my thing here? Like all over the place.
These fucking people, man.
These fucking people. But like Kirk solves the problem in Shore Leave, right? Yeah. Pike is just sitting there getting his face tattooed, babbling on about whatever the fuck.
I don't understand.
And it's like he's the captain, dude.
Right. That's the part that's the part modern Star Trek actively works around. It's
Yeah.
like TV needs a command structure. Like literally every television show
Yeah.
is like you can do this with anything. Three's Company, right? It's you have Spock, Bones, and McCoy. Just Kirk.
Right.
I mean Spock, Kirk, and Bones, but Kirk is like pretending to be gay, and Spock and McCoy are girls,
Right.
and the Klingons are the Ropers. I mean, it's
Right.
archetypes are there for a reason, and when you just kind of go, yeah, nobody's really in charge. And the guy that is wearing the captain's bars just kind of calls everybody by their first name and makes them, hot grilled cheese sandwiches and asks them what's up. And that is just
Like, is this a fishing ship?
It's not
Like,
Star
are they
Trek.
like fishermen or are they fucking space explorers? You know what I mean? Like, it's just like,
I do know what you mean.
and it's like he's the one. He should have sat back. He should have sat back and been like, you know what? You guys go have your vacation. I'm gonna be on the bridge, and then shit starts to go down, and he has to solve the mystery or whatever the fuck.
You know what? I'm
so pissed.
There's a way to do that, right? You leave Pike on the ship, and he's like, everybody's gone. Now I'm gonna kick back and drink my Aldebaran scotch.
Because he's the captain.
He has to solve the problem, but he's drunk too. But he did it by himself. Like that would, that would be something you could work with, Anyway,
on Below Decks, the Bravo show Below Decks, Peacock, whatever it is.
Peacock, yeah.
Below Decks, right?
Yes. Big fan.
It's one of the reality shows in our rotation.
Yeah.
Weekly, nightly rotation.
Us too.
And I love it because I watch it in I basically just pretend it's like a live action Lower Decks, right? It's Below Decks,
That's what it is.
Starfleet, right?
Yeah.
And the captain never goes out partying with the crew.
Never.
He'll go to dinner with the crew, and then he
pays the check and then he leaves. Yeah.
He'll excuse himself, guys, go have fun.
Yeah.
That's exactly what should have fucking happened.
Yeah.
That's exactly what should have happened on this fucking episode. He should have been like, you know what? You guys go have fun because you never party with your boss. Ever.
It's every captain too, which I really like. Because I noticed it with Captain Jason. And I'm like, okay, because that guy's Australian and he gets it. You have to vent your troubles. And so he's like, look, it's on me. Go have some laughs.
Yeah.
And then he goes back and watches Predator on his little walk player.
Right? Yeah.
And even Captain Sandy, she'll go to dinner and she might even eat the whole dinner with him. And everybody's on their best behavior. But the second she gets up, everybody starts their drama and nonsense. But yeah, you want to talk about Below Decks? What's going on with Nate? And his wife is there and the baby and all that. That poor bastard.
I don't know, man. I don't know. That poor guy. He's sleeping in dirty sheets.
Dude, that
was crazy.
I don't always watch Andy Cohen stuff, but sometimes I go back and I was like, I have to fucking listen to this.
Like
what they did to Luke, and they're like, he's like, yeah, I didn't think it was a big deal. And Andy Cohen just looked at him and was like, you knew you were on a television show though, right? And he's just like,
right.
I just don't have.
Like, why wouldn't you just pick up the sheets? Like
the
when
whole
you're done,
thing.
That morning, you get out of bed and you're like, you know what? I'm gonna take these sheets. He'll never know because he's out with Gail and the kid. He'll never even know. Right. Oh my god, dude. And even if he does, be like, hey man, that's when you're honest, and he'll be like, oh, good for you, But poor Nate, man. I feel bad for that guy because he's trying real hard to be a good department head, and he's too Irish. It's not gonna work.
Mimi had a great point. She's like, the ship's in trouble when Joe has risen to the rank of bosun. And he's actually doing a good job.
Yes,
that's messed up.
you got some real issues when that guy is like the most responsible deck crew.
Yeah, exactly.
Like that's a bad move. I do like the dumb Midwestern guy who's like the former football player,
Cooper.
Cooper. That's right. He's like, hey, buddy, I'm dumb. He's a fun guy.
No, but that was so funny because he knows it. He's like, I'm a corn-fed idiot. Where are the cute girls?
Yep. God, man. Below Decks is the best Star Trek on TV right now.
I agree 100%. that is an insane indictment of Star Trek, but
Oh, it's so
also
bad.
totally get it. It's hilarious.
Yeah, I mean everything about that clown episode was just terrible.
I just
Everything
have
about it.
nothing to say about it because it's
Yeah.
so not on brand.
It
I
was you know, my wife's aunt watches Star Trek with her family, and she's not like a nerd, right? She's like a normal person, right?
Aren't we
But
all?
but they like watching, you know, Star Trek, and they like
Sure.
watching shows, you know. And so she always comes over, asks me about it. She knows I have big opinions, you know. And I hadn't seen it yet, and she's just like, "Oh, you're gonna have opinions on this one." And I'm like,
Yeah.
"Ah, I don't want to do it."
That's awesome though.
Yeah. Yeah, she buys me a ton of Star Trek stuff at Christmas. It's great.
Aw.
It's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have nowhere to put it because, you
Right.
know.
You
But other than that, you know,
I'm sorry, there's some problem with your audio in the
it was,
transition
I don't
there.
know, my voice
Thought
cut out
that
there
was
for a second.
censored or
Yeah.
something. Yeah, I'm not sure.
I'm
Yeah,
certainly not
you know,
complaining about things.
what are you gonna do, man?
Yeah, what are you gonna do?
I did tell Mimi about your squirrel thing,
Oh,
and
Jesus.
she went into like panic mode and like walked our hole 25 feet by 175 feet, checking for gopher holes and to make sure
Yeah.
that those fucking things aren't coming out. There's
Yeah.
nothing you can do about the mice, and the rats are kind of better now, but
I just gotta sign the Terminix contract and go
yeah,
for it. But the fucking squirrels, it's my fault, which fucking kills me because I left the bird seed out. It's my fault. But
well,
literally, I mean, just watching the camera, and it's
yeah.
like they just fucking went to town in there. It was, I mean, it was basically this shitty episode inside of my screened-in porch.
Well, that's
Um,
kind of why I brought it up. It's
yeah,
like you said that the science officer's aunt was like, you're gonna have big opinions about that. And I was
yeah,
like, that's basically what I told Mimi about the squirrels. I'm like,
yeah.
yeah, he's got a big thing going on now. He needs a
I got a lot.
beekeeper jacket or fucking Jason
I got,
Statham to
I
come
got
to
a
his
lot going
house
on.
so they can wrestle squirrels in the yard or
I got a
something.
lot going on, man. Uh, we had a whole other thing I don't want to.
Yeah, don't go into it.
I can't. I can't
Take
talk.
out your ire on
I
Star
can't
Trek.
talk.
Oh,
But like, okay, so I don't understand the Ortegas, but that makes sense if they filmed it out of order, or not,
right.
they're showing it out of
It's
order,
That's why it
right?
kind of
So
reads a little weird.
it does. It's
Yeah,
out of nowhere, and it's like, oh, now we hate each other, and now we're like, okay,
yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
And then what was it? Dave Foley is the clown, right? The game master guy.
Yeah, yeah.
And I'm like, that's cool. I like Dave Foley. And it's like, he's the best part of the episode. He's like, yeah, you guys are morons. Like, you should have just fucking chilled out. But no. But it's like half of it is like Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. The other
Right.
half is like Shore Leave. The other half is just shit. It's just a terrible. Like, again, I don't hate the idea. I don't hate the idea that every episode they're doing in this season is because it's like a shtick, right? It's every episode we're gonna do a different genre and different
Right.
type of story. I don't hate that idea. I don't.
I did
They're
I
bad.
didn't until you just said it's a shtick.
Well, of course it's a shtick,
But
right?
that's Star Trek doesn't need
Well, they
shtick.
don't need a shtick, but if you're gonna do a shtick, I don't hate that
I
shtick.
guess.
But why can't you just give us a fucking Star Trek episode, man? Like,
That's just what I was gonna say. It's like if you're gonna do a trip through genre, pick Star Trek genres.
it's called Strange New
Right.
Worlds.
Right.
Which, okay, fine. These are strange new worlds that we're going, and each one is a different shtick. I get it. Okay, fine. But like, Jesus, man, Jesus.
We need
Shtick
logo.
track. I like that.
We
I
need
like it.
logos.
We do.
I was just like, I get trip through genre, but where's our war episode, right? Like
Ugh.
that. I don't know
We
if
need
you
more
remember.
fucking more episodes.
No, but that like do a mash episode, right? That whole thing where
That
there
would
was
be great.
that Klingon episode with Dr. Mbenga and Nurse
Yeah.
Chapel, and they have that thing going incoming transport. incoming transport.
Yeah.
That's fucking spooky as shit.
Yeah.
So do a whole episode that's just one set.
Yeah.
And it's the operating thing for their MASH unit. And that's a fucking Star Trek episode.
Yeah.
Man. But no, we'd rather do like a Three's Company episode, right?
Well, and it seems like the actors are having fun, right? Right. It seems like the actors are having fun. It seems like the producers are having fun, but like, did they not hire any directors? Because these are fucking terrible episodes. Like, and I got to go back and see who's directing these episodes. I'm a nerd who looks at that shit. But I almost said shit. Shtick. Okay.
The Griffin episode was a horror guy. I know that.
Yeah, they hired a horror director for that one. But I haven't been paying attention to credits because I hate the credits. The opening credits. I hate them so much.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I just skip them. Like, can you imagine the old days? I loved the beginning because that's the best mission statement of all time.
Yeah.
Like, here's a teaser, 3-minute adventure, something weird happens that either like directly or indirectly influences the rest of the episode. And then they tell you, hey, we're in space, it's fucked up, but shit happens and we got it. So let's fucking go. Like, that's the best. It's the best fucking mission statement of all time. And they're like, oh, look, we have comets and dinosaurs and ooh, even the music is woo-woo. And it's like, it really sets my teeth on edge how close it is right there. It's like, if people in our audience, you have shitty eyesight, I have 2600 vision. So like without my glasses, that's how clear I can see, right? And so I'm used to my whole like life without glasses, and it is an impressionistic painting. But you can watch the beginning of old Star Trek and get it. They're in space and their ship's going by fast. These motherfuckers are doing shit, right?
Yeah,
what's
awesome.
What's the beginning of any modern Star Trek thing? There's some kind of like note to the original Alexander Kurtz thing, and then some fucking bizarre nonsense by, you know, somebody who studied with Hans Zimmer once. And it's like, it just makes me so sad that they've spent $100 million every episode, and I don't get on what, because the stories suck. So it's like, man.
Hey, you know what? There is a positive. There's a positive. Kirk was not in episode 4. That's a positive.
Well, that's the other thing about what tipped
I just reminded myself about episode 3 and how much I fucking hated that Kirk thing. I was just making a joke about Kirk. I had completely forgotten that Kirk was in that fucking episode. And at the end, he's like, oh, we're fucking best friends. Oh my God, I fucking hate it. I hate every second of it. Every fucking second of it. It was bad enough when Spock thought he was hallucinating Kirk, because I'm like, okay, buddy, I hallucinate fucking Heather Locklear. What the fuck are you doing? Right? And then all of a sudden he's real at the end. I'm like, why are you fucking here? He's always fucking there. Why are you always on the goddamn ship? You're always on the goddamn ship. Oh, I was getting a ride to fucking Rigel 7. Like, no, you fucking weren't. The galaxy's fucking, aren't you fucking supposed to be XO of your ship? If my XO of the Kitty Hawk was on some other fucking ship, you know what I would do? I'd fucking fire his ass.
All the time. Like,
fire his
twice, I get it. Your brother's on that ship. You know, I'll look the other way a couple of times. But that's great meme. What are you doing on why are you always on my ship? The Captain Pike thing.
Yeah.
It looks like an old Star Trek paperback. That's just it.
I hate it. I hate it. I hate this fucking forced Spock Kirk thing. I hate it. I hate it so much.
Well, everything.
These people don't have adult relationships. This is the problem, right? I'm ad-libbing this fucking brilliance right here, right? These people do not have adult, mature friendship relationships, right? Because they're all fucking too young, right? And I say that as a young person. They do not understand these relationships. They don't have male friendships. Very clearly, they very clearly don't understand male friendships, like, at all, right? There's no male friendships at all in any of these shows, right? And the ones that they do have as friends, they like make them, they the point of slash fiction, right? So there's a wonderful book. There's a wonderful book on how basically Star Trek invented slash fiction, right?
Yeah.
Not Star Trek itself, but Star Trek fans invented slash fiction, right? And it became like the whole like crux of the whole like Kirk Spock thing, all that stuff, right? In the 70s, right? And so the whole point of that is that the audience is expanding on what is on screen, right? If you just fucking give the audience paint by numbers, that's not expanding anything, right? There's no room for the audience to expand because you've said literally on screen, oh, we're best friends for life and maybe even beyond life. Like, what the fuck? These people do not understand the stories they're telling, right? They don't understand how to tell stories. That's obvious, right? And on a very superficial level, yes, they're doing these competent, sort of like if you just mute, you're like, oh, hey, this is like a TV thing that looks fun. And then you have any brain cell at all. And next thing you know, you're like, oh, I want to fucking shoot myself because this is terrible. Fucking terrible. Anyway, I forget what I was saying. What I was saying is I hate Kirk in Strange New Worlds. I hate fucking Strange New Worlds. I can't stand it. I wish they would just do a fucking Star Trek episode. And woo, they're doing Star Trek episodes. No, they're not. What is the resolution of any of these episodes? Right? They're doing Star Trek premises, but they're not making it a Star Trek episode, if that makes any sense, right? Star Trek premise, yeah, hey, we found a beacon in space, blah, blah, blah. It takes us back in time. That's perfectly fine, whatever. Star Trek premise, oh, we found a lost ghost ship. Okay, fine. Star Trek premise, oh, the Klingons took over this world and we have to go solve a mystery. Okay, fine. Star Trek premise, hey, it's shore leave time. That's fine, right? What is the resolution to any of those episodes? Is the resolution a Star Trek resolution or is it a fuck me in the ass resolution? Because I have a thought on what it might be.
Yeah.
Okay.
We spoke about that Griffin episode, and it was
cool name. Cool name for a ship.
It was just a Space 1999 episode.
Yeah,
because
it's Event Horizon, which is fine. But like, my bicep looks good. Yeah,
been training to
doing my lifts. You know what I mean?
Take out Star Trek once and for all.
I'm gonna fucking punch Pike in the face for being a shitty ass captain. Be like, you're making us all look bad, buddy.
I did notice. I don't know when this happened. It was probably this season, but we were running the credits on this one. We usually jump it, but Anson Mount is an executive producer now.
Oh, good for him.
So he gets a little extra money, but like, what's he doing? Like
more money, less acting.
Right. He's not acting. And
he's not even in the episodes half the time.
He's not in it. Anyway, Star Trek.
Look, I want more Rebecca Romaine episodes. I do. I've been asking for that since fucking season 1. This was not it. Or even if this was it, how do I say this?
I'm sure there'll be swearing.
So, like, this is the problem, right? Little changes. If you make like 5 little changes to all of these episodes, they would be infinitely better.
Agreed.
She is not an exact duplicate, replica, face, fucking whatever,
right,
of this other person. She just happens to be another person, right? Okay, fine. Hey, you know what? This is Star Trek. There's human civilizations all over the place that we find. Congratulations, right? Not core. Not a face replica, not a fucking mind shifter. It's a mind sifter.
Did they say shifter? I thought they said scanner, which was
even they said mind scanner.
Even worse, man.
It's a mind sifter.
Mind scanner.
It sounds so badass when he says it in the 1960s.
Yeah.
He's just like, oh, the mind sifter. It's so fucking badass the way he says it.
Yeah. Oh, they're going to leave you a vegetable. He says like vegetable with 17 syllables.
Vegetable.
And it makes it so much more menacing. Like, and this was just like, all right, cool.
And the guy did fine. I'm not knocking the fucking actors, right? I'm not knocking the fucking actors. The actor didn't decide to fucking have a shitty face, you know?
Yeah. Oh,
Hey, you know what? I'm glad they're like making them look like Klingons at the very least. They should have given
finally.
that guy just a fucking like a
I'm saying,
mustache.
he's not.
Like,
He's
that's
got
all you
no
had to do.
whiskers.
Again,
What?
just minor changes. Like fucking
Just
drives
an
me nuts.
old Klingon who isn't running shit is an embarrassment. A Klingon without chin whiskers is an embarrassment. It's visual storytelling. And they're like, oh no, this guy just doesn't have chin whiskers? And he's Commander Core? Are you out of your mind? There's no way. Just like you said, just a couple tweaks and it's a Star Trek episode. And that's what's so maddening to guys
that
like
is
us.
the maddening part. Yeah, I looked it up right now. Yeah, John Calicos, he doesn't have a clean face. He's got those awesome eyebrows, and he's got a fucking
the little things,
Mongolian thing going on.
That's why we have our little things. The cool guys on Star Trek have chin whiskers, man.
That's exactly why I don't shave my eyebrows.
Get that? That's where I learned the word bifurcated.
Bifurcated. That's a good word.
I was reading a Star Trek novel, and they say Klingons have bifurcated eyebrows.
I mean, that's
I went right to
doing it.
I went right to the Webster's Dictionary, 7th edition. Bifurcated. Oh, that word's
bifurcated.
Great. That's great.
That's fucking badass.
Now I want bifurcated eyebrows.
But knowing these people, they'll be like, "Oh, Klingons have bifurcated dicks."
I actually learned the real dictionary definition of defenestration today.
Oh,
I was reading something. I always assumed it was just some bizarre general physical harm, but it is literally throwing somebody out of a window so they die.
Oh, interesting. Interesting.
And the whole thing, I don't know if you read this guy named James Bell, but he does a daily article called Best Fucking History or crazy shit that happens in history, and he writes like us. And so I love like it. I love it. So he says, yeah, in 1600, the Czechs invented defenestration. That's the kind of check that doesn't bounce. And I'm like, that's his first line. So I'm like,
that's amazing.
I gotta fucking read this. And they were so mad about some guy that after they killed him, they still weren't the people who are mad at this Baron were still weren't satisfied. So they took him up three stories into his tower and threw him out the window. Like threw his corpse out the window just to make sure, you know?
Yeah.
And so, yeah, I don't know. I was like,
that's cool.
That's great. Like, and then everybody looked at each other and like, hey, next time somebody pisses us off, we got to do this again.
Yeah.
This is cool. Throwing people out of the window. It was very satisfying. And then the Russians perfected it, of course.
Yeah, of course they did. Yeah. Russians love to do that.
Anyway. Bifurcated defenestration. That was my name of my band in high school.
That's a cool name. That's a cool band name. You know, get a band t-shirt.
See how easy it is, Star Trek writers? If you understand the audience, it's really
What are you guys doing, man? What are you guys doing?
What are they fucking doing?
What are you doing? I don't get it.
They're just cashing checks, man. They had a giant money grab. They saw that's what's happening in the world.
But I feel I feel like they're trying. Like, I feel like they're trying in this season. There's definitely been episodes you can tell where they're like, yeah, I don't give a fuck, right? But this season so far, it feels like they're trying.
You had a great point.
And I'm like, that makes it worse.
Yeah. You had a great point earlier that it looks like they're having fun.
Yeah.
But the audience isn't.
No.
So that doesn't work. You can't go, hey, we're putting on this great party and we're spending $100 million and everything is fucking shiny and cool and look at this. And then everybody's got their nose pressed to the glass like, I've been standing 14 hours in this line to see some Star Trek. What the fuck is going on? So all you did was make people mad. And killed Bad Robot, because all that stuff is just collapsing. Bad Robot's moved back to New York, man.
That's too bad.
So, Kurtzman didn't just kill Star Trek. He killed Secret Hideout and Bad Robot.
That's too bad. It is not getting good reviews. I will say that. It is getting torn up online.
Because it's not good.
And to the point, it's getting torn up to the point where I want to like defend it at points where I'm like, yeah, but you know, if they
Hey, they're
changed
really
this, it would have
trying.
been good.
Everybody's
You know,
having fun.
they're having
They're really
fun.
trying. Just the Michael Kuda thing. Like, everybody's good people.
You know, you're
Yeah,
good people. You know,
don't say
but
their work
at
sucks.
the same time, fuck them. I don't give a shit. They're getting paid. I'm not. Fuck them.
It's not even that, man. They're fucking ruining my religion. That's what I'm
Yeah,
mad about. It's
yeah.
like nobody made you Pope. And you guys all think that you own IP. That's
This
cool,
whole
except that's not how folklore works. And Star Trek's its own genre now. So if
this
you're
whole
taking a
new
trip through genre, give me a Star Trek show. Dicks.
like just make a start. Well, they did that. They did that last fucking season when they did like the fake TOS episode. You know, remember that one?
I do, but that
I
wasn't.
don't remember what it was about.
It wasn't good.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't good.
Here, as a guy who wrote a comic called Planet of the Capes, and instead of just doing a superhero adventure, all of my characters represented something in the like. See, you're bored already, right? And that's the Star Trek episode of the '60s, right? Is that yeah? Okay, that guy's supposed to represent the Elliot Gould looking guy. That's actually Gene Roddenberry, and so once you
Right.
have that key, you can do all that. But like, why are you doing something so allegorical with something that looks so insane? And it's the answer to that is because they took the Riddler and painted him half black and half white, and that's ridiculous. But you're missing the fucking point, because the ridiculousness is just that's the ante to get in, and then you have to wow everybody.
Yeah.
Because no Beale is white on the left side. That when you're 12 years old, that rocks your fucking world.
Yeah.
And when you're an adult, you're like, that's pretty trenchant observation, right? Who are they writing Star Trek for now? It's not the four quadrants.
They're trying to write for Star Trek fans. Yeah. That's what they're trying. I guarantee that they're like, oh, the fans want us to do more of this. We're going to do more of this then. Because they did that with Discovery. That's exactly what they fucking did with Discovery. Is they tried to massage it into what the criticisms were. But it doesn't fucking work because the overall criticism is that your show sucks.
Right. It's not good Star Trek. So you're not making good Star Trek by going, hey, remember this episode? That's Terry Metalis, right? Oh, look at this. Remember that character? Oh, look at that.
You know, literally, if they just went to fucking ChatGPT and put in prompts for Star Trek episodes, it would come out with better ideas.
100%.
Literally, I've done
100%.
it. I've done it. Literally. I'm like, hey, this guy on this ship goes on this adventure. Give me 5 episodes.
Hey, so I don't even remember which episode this is in, but like, remember Scotty rips his thumb off? Like
his what?
His thumb. It gets like ripped backwards, and you see the bone and all that shit. Is that the drunk one? Anyway,
I have no idea. Which
you didn't even see that. So
which tells you exactly where I am in this conversation.
I think it's the Hangover episode.
Okay,
but even my kid, he's 19 and he hasn't seen Star Trek as much as us, but he's in it and he watches it seriously, the old one. And so he says, okay, I get the whole body horror thing and they have to rip his thumb off, but why didn't they rip this finger off? Because that's the one that got shot off in World War II for Scotty.
That would have been funny.
And then that's an Easter egg, right?
That's an Easter egg. Yes.
And that's just a kid who's like seen Star Trek a couple of times and talks. His dad's an insane Trekkie. So, but like, you know, I get that not everybody's going to have that sort of, you know, even though in the Tribble episode he's holding a Tribble and there's only 3 fingers on the Tribble. You know, I mean, come on, like it's not like Radar who's always got like hiding his finger or something. But like, it's not so much if you're going to rip a finger off, why don't you do that one because of the real actor, and that's a real nod to Scotty. It's more like, why did you rip his thumb off? It's atonal for the show. And then, okay, it's not, you don't play for laughs, like, haha, it's an injury. It's like, no, you like kind of zoom in on all the blood and the broken bones and tendons and shit.
I must have missed that one.
What are you fucking doing?
I was probably looking at my phone.
Now I'm looking up which one it is. Scotty's thumb.
Justin says the LSD episode.
LSD, right?
Yeah.
Scotty's missing finger canon? Even I can't explore
I
that.
mean, it has to be, right?
It has to be. It's not
I mean, he
there.
doesn't have a finger.
Right. It's not there. Anyway, the LSD induced drunk episode.
But yeah, that you're right. That would have been a fun, like that would have been an actual Easter egg, right?
Yeah.
Being like, oh hey,
a little one for the guys in the know. That's what
Yeah.
Easter eggs are. They're not like this bottle was in this episode. Like that's not an Easter egg, man.
Do you get the reference? We said Tribble.
It's a reference. Look, it's a Gorn skeleton. We haven't met the Gorn yet.
I'm so sick of
Easter
Tribbles,
egg.
by the way. This is a guy who owns a fucking Tribble. Like, I'm so sick of fucking Tribbles. Like, they're in fucking everything. I hate it.
Yeah. All right. So speaking of that, can I show you just one thing?
Yeah.
When I was at San Diego, our boys at Factory Entertainment, they did the Cat Spa Enterprise last year.
Yeah.
They did. Well, see if you can identify this like very obscure prop. Got to get it out of the packaging. It's Uhura's.
Yeah, it's Uhura's thing. Yeah.
So these guys, this Factory Entertainment company is really cool because they do cool stuff. Like they have the old Battlestar Galactica helmets for like $1,000, and you're like, okay, that's insane, guys. But they do stuff like this at $100 price point, and it's really cool because it's well made stuff.
Yeah.
And like, I don't need all this packaging. I just need this thing, right? So like, if you get this down to like 75, you're gonna sell a lot more. But you know, I get it. Anyway,
I like the packaging.
At San Diego, I try not to go crazy because I would just end up spending a couple of grand on all the cool shit. So I pick one thing, and it's always a Star Trek thing.
Sure.
And I wait until Sunday. I was like, so I don't just buy it and go, oh, I can't buy anything anymore. And so the last couple of years, it's been the $100 price point thing at Factory Entertainment.
Nice.
They did a foam full scale bat lift, which is cool to swing around. And then they did
cool.
2 versions of the Cat Spa Enterprise, one with a lucite box around it and one clean, and then this thing. And so
that's cool.
Oh, and they did Agonizer too. So like that's $400, but that's 4 props, right? As opposed to $400 for like one phaser or something. Chris is like, I have the bat lift. I remember this because I posted a picture and said where it was, and Chris went, I must have that. And I'm like, fuck yeah, you do. It's cool. That's like, yeah. I know I couldn't talk the science officer, your science officer, into the Uhura's Bluetooth piece or the Cat Spot thing, but $100 for the bat lift, I'm telling you, it's worth it.
That's a good.
It's foam, so even the girls, if they took a swing at you, hit you in the shins, it would just be haha.
Oh, when they get just a little bit older, we're gonna start buying weapons, and it's gonna be pretty awesome. Foam weapons, everyone. Foam weapons.
I was just gonna say, where are you on Nerf guns?
Oh, I'm all about it.
All right,
I'm all about it.
I got you covered.
I'm all about it. I'm gonna paint them to look awesome. It's gonna be great.
Walker's 19.
I have a whole box in storage that's like Nerf guns I've bought at some point that I was like, oh, I'm gonna paint these like a steampunk. I never did, but I'm going to.
Okay.
And it's gonna be fucking awesome.
I will tell you though, Walker's 19. We haven't picked up a Nerf gun in 5 years easy, probably more, and I still find those fucking darts everywhere. Like,
can't wait.
Just move something. Jesus Christ. Anyway, we had a cat that used to eat them, so that was fun.
Ooh. How was San Diego?
It was super fun, man. It was great. Yeah. It was that was our 31st year, and we got it down running really lean. We had a bunch of fun.
Nice.
Lots of attaboys and backslaps. It's really cool. Yeah, I really recommend. I don't understand why you haven't come out and done a panel on Star Trek.
Dick happens, you know.
No, I know. It's like I was just having a joke for myself. Like, I don't understand how that show gets put on every year as it is. You know, it's just every year there's just a major change about how things run behind the scenes.
Yeah.
And last year, the guy who's just been running exhibits for the entire 30 years that I've been there, like, retired. And so nobody can do the job of a guy who's been doing it for 30 years.
No.
So even everybody could be at the top of their game. And, there's 1,500 vendors who have 1,500 different questions that you haven't thought about.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So here's a good one. Here's the kind of thing that happened. So Justin was the guy who retired, right? And so I could just go up to him and go, "Hey, Justin, I got my friend here last minute. I want to buy a 1-day ticket. I know it's not a thing you do, but like, I also want to do things by the rules, because I could just give them my badge and sit at my booth and no one's going to fucking know." Right. But like, that's not legit. And I want to do everything by the book. And Justin I wouldn't even get any of that out. I would just go, "Hey, I need a badge for my friend Kat." And he'd just go, "Here you go." And I'm like, "Oh, what is that this year? $120?" He goes, "Don't worry about it." That's Justin. Right.
Yeah.
And so last year I'm like, same thing. And my friend Kat's coming, need to get her in. They're like, "Okay, here." And I'm like, "No, it's just for today. I don't need 4-day badge." She's a stewardess, man. She's based in fucking Michigan or something, and has flown into San Diego, and it's you can walk from the airport to the convention center. So I just thought it'd be cool to show her around. And they're like, "Yeah, but that's going to be $700." I'm like, okay, but like, listen to me. Like, I could just ask Justin and he would just give me a badge. I understand maybe that's not going on, but there's a process for you to put into the thing, and then I buy a badge for just today. And she's like, "Well, give me your email and all this stuff." I'm like, "Look, I want to do this by the book. Like, I have badges all over the place. I'll send somebody to lunch and take their badge and give it to her. She can walk around. That guy comes back from lunch and he gets the badge back." Right. But like, that's not how you're supposed to do shit. So and you're telling me just to go ahead and do that? And she's like, "Well, give me your email and I'll send you the code." And I'm like, I'm on the floor. I don't have a printer to print out this QR code that you need me to scan. Like, I just go over there and you say, "Give this guy a badge," and I tell you the girl's name, and it's $120 or something, right? That's how it goes every year. Except I never pay because I've been here for 30 years. And Justin goes, "Don't worry about it. Didn't you pay 10 grand for your booth? Here's another fucking badge. Who gives a shit?" That's what I'm used to dealing with. And now you people are like, "Well, that's not how I was trained." All right. But every year there's something like that.
Yeah.
So this year our parking was screwed up, and we were running so lean though that me, Steve, and Walker were able to get stuff on these little like collapsible things in one trip from the hotel to the convention center. And I'm like, "Dude, I'm fucking doing this all day long. It's getting up at 5:30 in the morning to move the van so we get there. Like, let's just do this." And Walker's like, "Yeah, no problem." So it went great. Thanks for asking.
No, yeah,
but it's very, it's a trade show, so there's like very inside baseball stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like, my most fun was going to this new restaurant, Shorebird, because they closed down our other one that we went to for 90 years and fired Christy. When we first met Christy, she was our age, and now she's our age, but she's retired now. Anyway,
now she's our age.
They had we went to the Shorebird, and last year they had this really good smoked ketchup that I spent like 3 months trying to reverse engineer. It was really good, but it's super elaborate. You have to like smoke and roast the tomatoes, and I'm not into that. Can I put like smoke flavoring and some Heinz and call it a day? Well, yeah,
that's
but it's
pretty
not
cool.
It's not the same.
Yeah.
So anyway, this year we went and I had a muddled cucumber and mint lemonade that was bananas good. And so that one's closer to, and I figured that one out in a couple of tries. So Walker and I have been drinking those all week long.
I love it.
So that's the kind of San Diego stuff for me, right? Because like, oh, you got Scott Snyder's autograph on your skateboard? Yeah, I remember when I had my first beer too.
Okay.
But it's super
fair enough.
No, I just mean that like there's so many levels of interaction and cool stuff to do that, like, yeah, I hung out with Ron Perlman for like an hour behind my booth just rapping about shit, right? So that's what I'm used to doing. But like Walker going, I stood in line for 2 hours and I got everybody who worked on Absolute Batman #1 to sign my Absolute Batman #1. And I'm like, did somebody tell you that it's not mint anymore because somebody wrote on it? And they were like, yeah. And I'm like, that's an autograph joke, man. That like, he goes, because they want you to worry because you just turned your $1,000 comic book into a $2,500 comic book because you have everybody who worked on that on the cover. And he's like, oh, well, but I'm not selling it. I'm like, that's why everybody signed it because they went 4 Walker, Gotham thanks you, like 2 Walker. They know you're not selling that. They know that you're insane that you got to meet all 3 of those guys. And they remember what it was like to be you. So they're like, no, this kid, yeah, you get all of us. Here you go, man. And so he took a video of that. So that's, but that was me 30 years ago. Oh my God, I'm hanging out with Howard Chaykin. Oh my God, that's Mark Hamill and we're sharing a joint. That's the kind of shit that used to happen. But now you got to stand in line for 14 hours to have a smoke with Luke Skywalker. Not really. That's a Jordan Scott joke.
Fucking Luke Skywalker.
Anyway, you want to call? It's been more than an hour.
Sure.
I thought we were just running out of Star Wars hate, and then it changed to squirrel hate.
I mean, do you want to do Star Wars hate too? I can do that.
Did I say Star Wars instead of Star Trek? Yeah. Well, that's another set of
that's how bad it is. We're like we can't even keep track of what we're hating anymore.
I don't really even have Star Wars hate because Star Wars is not my religion. Star Wars is a set of movies I really enjoy. It's Star Wars is a fable I once heard in childhood, right? That's Star Wars.
I just
Star
don't,
Trek,
man.
That's the bomb.
Like what? Just pay me. Just pay me. Like I'm not even saying what I would come up with might even be better, right? You might hate whatever I come up with, right? But I would be a hell of a lot cheaper than whatever fucking jerk offs they got going on over there.
It's not that, man. It's the bean counters. I really think that the creative would be able to do a good show because you see glimmers of it, You
do, yeah.
But
like I said, these are Star Trek premises that they're coming up with.
Corporate guys that are going, oh, we can't spend all that money on it because we have to do this. And then it's like, but then lots of weird shit happen. I really hope some books come out about this.
I hope so too.
Because
tell-alls.
I don't even, it doesn't need to be that, but I really want to hear like what happened to Bryan Singer's take and why Nicholas Meyer's take ended up being like a podcast. Dude, it's like there's just a lot of weird choices that I'd like to know what was the thinking behind that. That's all.
And I want like the whole like Section 31 turned into like a made for TV movie. I mean, I don't want to think about that, but I would like to
know what happened.
I know we kind of know, but I would just like the whole thing.
I just love that because it's all like we're gonna have this great party, this birthday bash for Michelle Yeoh. She can fucking just walk in and collect her Emmys. And then that turns into like, well, when we're going to do that, but like when she has time. And then that turned into, oh my God, she's under contract. We have to do something. And that turned into just turn the cameras on, man. We'll
just film for
have the editors try to save it. And like when that happens, like that's the definition of a slow motion car wreck. Because you and me and Chris, and we know 15 people that followed all that. Yeah. And it took 7 years.
Yeah.
And just like, why? Because nobody knows what they're doing.
Just
anyway.
Babylon so what do you think? So what do you think?
Nobody hates Babylon 5.
If you hate Babylon 5, I got some.
Nobody hates
fucking. I had some fucking. You know what I mean? What do you think they're gonna like? So the rumor, of course, is that they're just gonna let Star Trek die, right?
Yeah.
Which fair enough, but I don't think they're gonna do that.
I think they're gonna do what's going on with Doctor Who. Is that the corporate guys have gone all the way up the mountain, and the audience has rejected it. Yeah. So all you can do is just go, we're gonna put this on pause,
right?
And then just give everybody a chance to calm down. So
right,
because if you did a new Star Trek thing right now, like they're trying to do with Star Trek United, it's not going to be well received. Like, it just isn't. Like, no one, it looks like they don't know what they're doing. So they're just, let's give them whatever they want.
Yeah.
And like, that's, you know what I want? I want good Star Trek. I don't want
Yeah,
you to,
like nobody
I don't want you to
wants
give me
like
what I want.
like we don't giving the fans what they want. They're interpreting that and they're coming up with like, oh, we're gonna like write you your fan fiction.
Right.
And it's like, no, that's not what we
That's not how
need.
it works
That's
at
not what the
all.
audience needs.
You
I
you
can come
become
up
a
with my own fan
fan.
fiction. I don't need you to fucking produce my fan fiction.
Right.
All right. I need you to come up with better. Like
Right.
better.
That's the nature of fans. Are you like this stuff that those other guys did?
Right.
Right. I can, you and me do this all day long, right? And I don't know. I can't speak for you. Every once in a while, I get an email from somebody that knows what's up and goes, "Yeah, you nailed that one," or "Yeah, I wish they were doing that," or "Yeah, you have no idea like how many times I've said that exact thing," right? And so that's why I don't give the creative that big of a problem.
Fair enough.
Because
Fair enough.
they're fighting their bosses who are telling them shit that they know is wrong.
I just don't understand. I don't understand
that.
that. I'm not a Hollywood guy, all right? I'm just a normal person, right? I'm I don't understand that hierarchy level like dynamic, right? Why the fuck can't they just write and do like cuz like the bean counters aren't forcing them to not have a good ending, right?
They just, but it's led by Kurtzman, who thinks he knows
Oh, well, he's a
Star
fucking,
Trek, right? So I'm telling you, there are people on staff that know what to do, and then they write something cool, and
I'm sure
he puts his stank on it and takes some of the cash because now it's teleplay by Alex Kurtzman, and that's just how it works, and I get it, but you can't make other people's stuff worse with a straight face and collect your money and expect everybody to love you, because that's
true.
That's just not how the production line works, right? Like there's a piece of rock, and then there's an artisan who sculpts something, and then there's a guy who packages it up, and then they ship it to somebody, and then some rich guy gives you money, and everybody gets paid down the line. And that's in Star Trek, they're like, everybody's getting paid, and then it doesn't matter what the sculpture looks like because you got paid already. And it's kind of my metaphor of Hollywood, right? It's not like that all the time, and definitely independent productions and sub 30 million movies. It's people who are all facing the same way. But the second like blockbuster stuff or legacy IP or fucking whatever, somebody up top starts taking notice of what you're doing, it's over. Like all this, like that's why I've never watched that show Supernatural, but I crazy admire that it was on for 17 years because that is an insane show. The premise of that is lunacy, and they never got canceled. Because they were like right low at the like under the radar, and everybody was facing the same direction.
Speaking of, Jordan Scott loves that show. Mr. Scott loves that show. He sent me the season 1 DVDs one time, and I watched it. I mean, it's a good show. He's like, dude, you need to watch the show. I'm like, all right, cool. And this was years and years and years ago, back when DVDs were still a thing. And I was like, yeah, it's a good show. Yeah, but like he loves that show. But you're right. It was just below the radar enough. It had enough of a following to keep going, and it did seem like they never really like.
But that's the thing Star Trek didn't have, because I didn't follow this, but I guarantee you some executive at Fox, that was his favorite show. Because there's no fucking way any show in the modern day goes 17 years without the bean counters being behind it. And so I don't know why it was his favorite show. Maybe it was just like, this is a cult thing. It gets really, it doesn't make a lot of money, but it doesn't cost a lot of money. And we're making a lot of people happy, and they're always talking about it. So yes, we'll go another year.
That's Jeff Bezos with The Expanse.
Right.
I mean, The Expanse got canceled. Bezos was like, I fucking love this show.
That's my favorite show.
Shit. I'm gonna throw money at you and keep this shit rolling,
Well, that's the dream, right?
Yeah.
Like, Yeah. Anyway,
Anyway,
I was trying to think of a show that I'd be like, I wish I was Jeff Bezos so I could like keep that show going.
yeah,
But
it's called Star Trek.
I just,
Yeah,
yeah, I would buy Star
I
Trek.
would buy Star Trek.
Like,
I'd be like, I have a whole fucking
it's like,
roster of people that
yeah,
I don't know. It might not work. People might hate it. I don't know. But guess what? I'm gonna fucking do it. So if I win the lottery, we're gonna pay off student loans and
people
then
would
buy Star Trek.
people would not hate your Star Trek, and I
I
think
don't
that
think so.
I think there's a chance that you could do that because of what
Just
happened
buy
with.
it.
Yeah, I mean, not you, but somebody,
Right,
right?
right,
I
right.
like Warner's and Paramount is so like up in the air right now,
Dude, they're
and
all
they clearly don't know what to do with Star Trek.
yeah,
And you come in and say like some number that makes sense to
yeah.
them,
Mm-hmm.
I bet they would consider it
Oh yeah. Oh
because it's
yeah.
like we don't know what to do with it, and this guy's
No.
giving us like God's wallet for it. Why don't we do that? And then you make good Star Trek, and everybody buys the toys and the Ruby's Halloween costumes, and you
Oh,
know,
hi, Mike McMahon. How would you like to write for
right,
this Star Trek?
right. No, Mike McMahon could showrun our live action,
Yeah.
man. That'd be great. And then like I wouldn't even be crazy, but I would really like
I
to.
would just want
I'd
more
like to
lower
sit in
decks.
on some meetings for your Star Trek, if you don't mind.
Oh, I would love to see those meetings. I'd love to see what happens. I don't know. We'll see.
Nobody's getting chased out of the writers' room by telling stories.
That's for
for sure.
goddamn sure. You can use any language you want. You know what I mean?
Hey, Tony
Um,
loves the Winchesters.
oh,
See,
Tony.
if your show's on for 17 years and you do like unofficial crossovers with all of the CW superhero shows, I'm going to be aware of your show.
Yeah,
I get it. I think I read stuff about the actors, and those guys are really, you can tell they give a shit and they
yeah.
really care about their fans. So there's one, I don't know. So the Supernatural fans will know. Jared guy with long hair, the brother Jared
Mm-hmm.
Gacki or something.
Mm-hmm.
There's this great story about a girl that gave him her 6-month chip for AA and said,
Okay.
I want you to have this because I was going to drink myself to death, and I watched some show and it was very poignant, and she just spills her whole life story to him, and he's like, this thank you so much, that's great. But
Yeah.
actors, right?
Yeah.
So she goes to a con and gives him tries to give him her year chip, and he recognizes her in line, calls her before the like 2 or 3 other people, and jumps up, gives her a giant hug, and she just starts crying because he knows
Yeah.
what's going on. He
Yeah.
goes, and she's like, "Thank you for remembering." He's like, "Your chip is in my bedroom drawer next to my bed." Like it was very important to me too. So I want you to keep coming back, and you don't have
Yeah.
to give me your chips, but just tell me where you're at. And so like that's a thing that fans know is insane, you
Yeah.
know? And it's not because he's making a big deal about it. It's because the girl is going, like, this is an amazing interaction that I had, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, guys that are doing that, like, they understand what they mean to people.
Yeah.
And I think that's what the Star Trek guys are missing. They don't understand in their souls what Star Trek means. Not just to the audience that was here before them. They just don't get it, so they don't know how to do stuff that resonates with the people who are just hit me with that Star Trek glow, man.
They keep saying they want new fans. And I'm like, what? How? What are you doing to create new fans? Like,
Exactly.
the Inglorious Treksperts, right? Mark Altman, right? They would always bring up this point where it's like there's no memorable lines
Right?
in any of these
Yeah.
episodes. And they're the ones that are memorable for the wrong reasons, like,
They're terrible.
fuck yeah, science or whatever the fuck they said, right?
Yeah.
You know? And it's like, because Star Trek fans or any fandom can just rattle off lines,
Yeah.
right? You know, um,
Yes, I do.
never rains but it pours. I say that probably 13 times a day. Um, uh, she changed her haircut. I don't know.
The thing I get is that the
I
Star
like
Trek
Savick. What
people,
can I say? I'm sorry. I got a thing for Vulcan women. What can I say? You
the
know?
the Star Trek guys are not giving us anything to be fans of.
Yes, that's what I'm trying to say.
So
That's exactly what I'm trying to say. There's nothing to be fans of, right? Because what are you going to be? Look, I like Ortega's. I like Ortega's a lot. Her one shtick is, oh, I'm the pilot.
I fly the ship.
Okay, we get it.
That
Next.
it's At least we know our names. Like
That's true.
the bar is so low that like I will take one-dimensional bridge characters all day long.
That's
As a
the sad part about Strange New Worlds is
right.
in the new Trek series, it's up here.
Yeah.
You know, it's below Lower Decks, obviously, but it's up
Obviously.
here. You know, I mean, oh my god.
I think I said this last week that like there's no rewatchability reward of modern
No,
Star Trek at
no,
all.
no,
The
no.
only one I've ever watched more than once, I've watched it like 10 or 15 times because it's fucking great, is the Lower Decks
The Lower
crossover
Decks
episode.
one, yeah.
Right. So what does that tell them? Like it's
Yes.
like, oh, we want to make new Star Trek fans. Well, there's a way to do that. Like give it to Mike McMahon.
I'm currently rewatching Lower Decks
Yeah.
through the entirety because I'm off this week because you know the girls are in daycare, and I don't start school until next week. So I'm literally just sitting there doing my work, watching fucking Lower Decks. That's you
That's
could
a
not
dream.
pay me. You
Living
could
a
not
dream.
pay me to turn on Discovery,
Yeah.
Strange New Worlds.
What's the point?
31. You could not pay me to rewatch any of those.
What's
I mean, you could pay me. Don't get me wrong. I'm a huge whore, but that's not. You know what I'm saying. You know.
Yes.
There's no love for Star Trek coming from the people making Star Trek. Save Lower Decks. You don't even have to love Star Trek. You just have to be able to tell a fucking good story with memorable characters and lines and plots. Like I don't understand. Like you know, and the criticism is correct. Oh, Star Trek fans only want Star. To a certain point, a lot of the noise is that like you don't have to be a huge Star Trek fan to write. I mean, Nicholas Meyer is the most famous example of this. He wrote the best Star Trek movies ever made, but he didn't write them as Star Trek movies. He wrote them as like Horatio Hornblower movies and stuck him in Star Trek, right? So you don't have to be like a huge nerd. You don't have to be wearing a fucking custom made Constitution cap in order to write good Star Trek. You just have to be able to write a good story in the Star Trek universe, right? Which is a thing. Yeah. That's the other thing they piss me off about. Anyway, but okay, we don't.
The thing I love about Nicholas Meyer though is that like he's not that big of a Sherlock Holmes fan, and he wrote one of the best Sherlock Holmes books, The 7% Solution. And
it sounds like he's just a good writer.
So that's where I was going. Like, if you understand why the fans of something love it, it's easy for a good writer. Like, I do this all the time, right? Star Trek is just the future where JFK got 2 terms. And Captain America, Steve Rogers was always Captain America because he's 99-pound weakling and going, I can do this all day. It's once you know why people like the thing that you're supposed to be writing for, it's a cakewalk. And you will be awarded with riches and girls and whatever you want because you're giving the people the thing that no one else can give them. And so that's why I have such disdain for Star Trek, because you know who's given us the stuff that we want no one else can give us? Seth MacFarlane. Like I've rewatched the 3rd season of Orville a lot because dark.
Oh, I love the 3rd season of
and it's and like, but not Star Trek. I'll turn on my I forget what it is, but it's not Tubi or Peacock. Pluto. I'll turn on my Pluto Star Trek station when I'm at lunch and like, oh, hey, it's and the children will lead. Well, I'll never see that episode again. So that's the one old show that I don't watch. Ever tell you that? There's a really funny thing in that. They show the graves of the parents and there's a UFP flag. And so like a couple of years ago, and I'm in props, like some guy goes, hey, I've made some screen accurate UFP flags if anybody wants them. Yeah. I'm like, what is that? That's nonsense. That's not from anything. What are you talking about? And he's like, no, it's from And the Children Shall Lead. Here's a screen grab from the episode. And I just went, oh, that's my bad. Like I saw that when I was 9, scared the fuck out of me. I've never seen it again. And it went from everybody going, "Oh, there's a dick who wants to fight for like,
I
oh
love it.
fuck yeah, man, I'm like that about Miri." You know,
I love it.
It was really funny. But that's a thing that like the Star Trek writers' room doesn't get. Like all of Star Trek means something to us, and it all echoes the human condition. And like, what's modern Star Trek doing? Hey, you saw The Hangover? That's a function of the human condition too, isn't it? I guess
They're sticking tropes inside of Star Trek imagery instead of writing good stories inside of Star Trek imagery, right? I mean, it's just not.
So you're saying that's a sticking point?
A sticking point? Yes, I'm quite sticked off about all of this. Yes.
All right. I haven't
All
had
right,
breakfast
1:30.
yet, yeah.
1:30, everybody.
Blast talking to you about Star Trek as usual.
Yeah.
Thanks for Tony for showing up and Chris. And
so school starts. I don't know. We're gonna have to schedule these a little in advance. Sorry, everybody. My real life is horrible. And that's why I pretend I'm captain of a starship all day. You know,
it's not that you're belonging to something, but they let the Nazis in, and now it's a Nazi bar, and we got to take Star Trek back from the fuckheads. Yeah. Anyway, real quick, I do this little bootleg thing on the side. You know, hey, you need a, you know, Frosty the Snowman's a James Bond guy. I got a story for you. And Walker says to me, is like, Daddy, why don't you just fucking do a Star Trek thing? Do a full-on Star Trek comic and put it out, and then make them come after you. And I'm like, I do that, except there's IDW like legit licensed comics.
Yeah.
But like, if you want to do a Star Trek fan film, like, you know, how many times do I say, hey, point the camera on the ocean? What fucking year is it? If a guy's walking by in a Revolutionary War costume, it's the late 1700s. If it's Charlton Heston, it's the far future. Monkeys can talk. Same thing with forests and stuff, cliffs, broken buildings. Then everybody's in Star Trek costumes. Now it's a Star Trek thing. Let's fucking go. And he's like, maybe.
Maybe.
But I put it in his head. So we'll see. Anyway.
I'll write a comic, and I'll get sued. And I'll turn into Alec Peters. It'll be great.
I mean, the worst thing that they'll do you is like, really? Here's your cease and desist. And you were like, yeah, really? And they're like, no, really.
Then I get it framed. Okay. And I just love everything. I'm like, oh, I'm a somebody now.
Are you following the Axonar thing? Because it's getting funny.
I know they told him to stop. And
he put out another one though recently.
Of course he did.
And so,
yeah, he did. He put out another one.
Now him and a friend of John Suntre's show, Rob Burnett, are having a giant dick slapping fight about who owns what and who's going on. And it's like, wow, bro, like I know some guys that are legit suing other guys for like in court about just somebody going, I heard you're a rapist. And like, that's defamation pro se. And if somebody wants to go after you, they can. And you're going to probably lose because judges aren't liking this shit. And so the fucking stuff those guys are sending to each other, like even me, I'm not involved. I don't know either of them. And I'm like, somebody should screen grab this shit because this is going to be like, you know, what do you call it? Exhibits in a defamation case.
Yeah. Rob Burnett is, he's a really nice guy. I've talked to him a few times back when I was Star Trek famous. And but yeah, he does not fuck around with Axonar. He fucking hates Alec Peters.
Well, he was involved in it. That's why. Like,
yeah, like he did. Like he was the director and editor for a whole bunch of it. And
I forget, Chris Gossett was too. The guy did.
Yes. Yeah.
He's from comics. He did this great comic called Red Star that Chris is a cool guy. And but he is, you know, who you don't find him saying anything because he's like, yeah, I did that once and now I'm not involved. And that's all he will say. Anyway, yeah.
Crazy. All right, man.
All right. Thanks.
Well, Joe. I'm going to go back and watch some more Lower Decks.
Yeah. I'm going to make some breakfast.
Ooh.
All right.
I'm going to get some lunch.
So, yeah, thanks, everybody. Tony, Justin, I think I caught everybody. And ghost story and stream.